Pablo Emilio Escobar Gaviria was a Colombian drug lord who supplied the 80% of the cocaine in the United States. He was known as El Patron by Medellin citizens. He was the wealthiest criminal in history, with a fortune of 30 billion in the 90s and 50 billion, including money that was borrowed in different areas of Colombia. In 1975, Escobar started developing his cocaine operation. He even flew a plane himself several times, mainly between Colombia and Panama, to smuggle a load into the United States of America. In May 1976, Escobar and several of his men were arrested and found in possession of 39 pounds of white past after returning to Medellin with a loaf from Ecuador. At first, Pablo tried to bribe the Medellin judges, who were forming the case against him. Instead, after many months of legal wrangling, Pablo had the two arresting officers killed and the case was dropped. Then, using terror, Pablo tried to influence Colombian politics toward an extradition clause and to grant amnesty to drug barons in exchange for giving up in drug trade. One good example of this is the Colombian Rodrigo Lara Bonilla, who was killed by Pablo. His terror campaign claimed the lives of politicians, civil servants, journalists, and ordinary citizens. It turned public opinion against him and caused breakup of the alliance of drug traffickers. In 1982, he was elected to Colombian Congress. With economic, criminal, and political power, Escobar's rise was complete. Escobar had a way of dealing with his enemies. He called it plata o plomo, literally silver or lead. Usually, if a politician, judge, or policeman got in his way, he would first try to bribe them, and if that didn't work, he would order them killed, occasionally including their family in the hit. Time later, the government accepted a deal on Escobar terms, which included being permitted to build his own jail, named La Catedral, which resembled more a luxury hotel than a prison. On the 22nd July of 1992, after a year of living at La Catedral, Escobar made his escape while being transferred and went on the run. United States finally felt authorized to participate in the manhunt, which they helped direct and finance. The original search block was created in 1992 by the President Cesar Gaviria. Search block officers were assembled with the sole objective of the apprehension of drug lord Pablo Escobar and his crew. Its original commander was Colonel Hugo Martinez. By the other hand, the Delta Force is a U.S. Army unit used for hostage rescue and counterterrorism, as well as direct action and reconnaissance against high-value targets. American Delta Force operatives joined the Medellin search block. It was a joint team of Colombia Police and Army, headed by the police Colonel Hugo Martinez, and backed by agents from the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration, the CIA, and the later Navy SEALs. Escobar remained fugitive for 16 months, during which time an extraordinary number of people were murdered. He reportedly paid his hitmen for each search block member they killed, and over 600 police agents died during the manhunt. Early in 1993, a vigilante group formed calling themselves Los Pepes, people persecuted by Pablo Escobar, with the express purpose of violent revenge for all he had done. Los Pepes was given financial backing by the Cali cartel, and its number grew as more of Escobar's enemies joined. Attacking Escobar's family from all angles, Los Pepes bombed his properties and targeted his source of money laundering by killing the white-collar infrastructure from Medellin's cartel, which included Escobar's own extended family members. There was a speculation that some search block members were helping Los Pepes in attack Escobar's family and steal all his money. In February 1993, Escobar's wife and children applied to the US Embassy in Bogota for visas to enter America, but they were refused under the orders of President Cesar Gaviria. In November 26, 1993, the US Embassy in Bogota received information that Escobar's wife and children were once more planning to flee Colombia. They were successful this time and landed in Frankfurt, Germany on Sunday 28 on 1993. December 2nd of 1993, a day after his 44th birthday and after a manhunt that lasted 16 months, Escobar was finally found and cornered in one of his hideouts in Los Olivos. There has been speculation as to who fired the fatal bullet, and the possibility put forward that it might have been a planned execution. Colombia certainly did not rid itself of the influence of its cocaine trade with the death of Escobar, but it was successful in destroying the powerful Medellin cartel. The Cali cartel took its place until the mid-90s, when the Colombian government either caught or killed its leaders.